would say we were good together. I would say we had fun.
Hi guys, welcome to the channel. My name is CeeChronicles and I post fragrance related content on this platform. If you please consider subscribing and joining the family. If you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. We have a short channel, guys. I'm gonna put it in I'm gonna pin the link I think in the comment section. I have decided to create a short channel for those that may just want, like, you know, quick reviews. Now, welcome to part 2 of some fragrances that feel as though they borrow from some of the luxury fragrances on the market. The first one, though, is going to be purely a review. Musamam Black Intense by the House of Lattafa. This, to start off with, is a masculine scent. Why I put it on this lineup is because I did see wild cards thrown on Fragrantica saying it reminds them of Luscious. I do not get a likeness to Luscious in this fragrance, guys. However, I do get a very lavender forward scent, a spiky lavender, sage as well. Combining the two of those ingredients give this one an aromatic green accord. But I'm just going to put this to the side because it's wobbling. An aromatic green accord with a faint sweetness, even creamy undertone. This, to me, is not a fragrance I'm disappointed not to add in full size. I can see some people liking this, but why I have it here is to just say no, it does not share a likeness to Luscious. Luscious has got this crisp feel, airy feel about it, whereas this presents as thickened, despite, you know, it having that lavender piercing aromatic accord there working with the sage. So this is going to be great for men. I'm happy I got it as a decant of SWP Health and Beauty. Now, here's one I want to clue you up on, because after playing around with Nuha Bon from the House of Khalaj, I do have something in my collection that I can recommend to you guys. However, even the recommendation itself is not of a line that is very expensive. This Nuha Bon to me smells very similar to Miami Shake by Juliet Has a Gun. Now, when it comes to the Juliet Has a Gun fragrances, they usually launch at a higher price, and the latest offerings will not be available even at discounters for a while, just like everything else, I guess. I mean, like, if you try to look for existence, for instance, let's say on Joma Shop, the likelihood of you finding it might be -10, okay, -5, which is the same with this. But this will probably be filtering in, perhaps even in discounters, because it's been around for a while. It does feel a lot like Hadlash's newer Bon. Both fragrances are going to have that strawberry note in the forefront with what feels like milk. Okay, so both fragrances are going to have that gourmand milkshakey accord about them. I think both list the note of ice cream, but they are really like on the milkshakey side. So mental shortcut, if you like a strawberry milky scent or something with rose milk, okay, fragrances like Lattafa's Bel Oud, Noble Blush, without the two smelling like Noble Blush, you're probably going to love, you know, either Hadlash, Nuha Bon or Miami Shakes. It's going to be dependent on which you prefer to add to your collection. Now, moving on, guys, is a fragrance that I sampled a lot. Okay, I sampled a lot, and I came to you here with some fragrances that reminded me of that fragrance a lot, and I started eliminating some, and I came to you with a French Avenue one. I came to you, I think, with a Fragrance World one, if I'm not mistaken, and then I came with a Maison Alhambra one, and I came with an Afnan one. Okay, we are talking about the scent profile of Queen of Silk. It's one of those fragrances that, despite trying a lot of offerings on the market, there is a way this fragrance is finished off where the purple accord in that powdery accord in this fragrance is done to an extent that the ones I tried kept on missing something until I added the real thing. Now let me show you the journey before I did. Okay, and I tried multiple samples. The very first sample I got was actually thrown in my purchase, and I was like, I like this fragrance. This is also Queen of Silk, the travel size. Truly speaking, Queen of Silk is very bold. It's not a fragrance for everybody, but it is a DNA profile that has been tried multiple times because of how good it is. Now I have two alternatives to show you here. My table is full, so if I look like I'm all over the place, I'm looking for my Maison Alhambra one. Okay, there we go. Let me show you a very dirt cheap alternative that is not even trying to hide that it is an inspiration to Queen of Silk, which happens to be Avant Silk. This, even if just by looking at the two bottles, you probably will have a mental shortcut that that's what they were going for. I have no problem wearing this as well. I have come to you here several times telling you that I like how mothbally this fragrance direction takes. I like how it has a dated vintage feel, but I would be misleading you to say it's at par. It's not at par. However, it will give you an idea of how Queen of Silk smells like. Well, with Queen of Silk, Creed decided to go beast mode or go home. That is the one element that you will get in some of the smell-alikes where they tend to miss the mark because that powdery, musky accords without it crossing over to screechy in this is something then that some of the smell-alikes miss. Okay, now I'm not here to say don't buy this. Okay, I do have it in my collection. I wear it. I love it. It can borderline do too much in terms of the powderiness, but if you like this DNA, you are going to love this. The one I will always recommend is going to be Kiana Crush. Kiana Crush, however, when I got it, did not give me something that was 101. It was sort of like safer because I was judging it harshly because of Avant Silk. The way Avant Silk is just slap in the face. I'm here. I am powdery. I am Queen of Silk. I'm purple. So I had, I don't know, maybe an expectation that this one is going to be like that as well. That is not what I got initially. It starts off, or when you get your new bottle, by now, of course, the ones that are going to be on the market would have macerated. Starts off very soft, just kind of too careful, trying not to cross the boundary to that mothbally thingy that could easily make it go in the wrong direction. But after a while, it is a great alternative, guys, to Queen of Silk. So I have three. I love the DNA. I wear all three. There are some fragrances that no matter what you do to try and avoid the real thing, you still end up buying the real thing. Okay, and this is one Creed I can say is worth the coins. Though it's not for everybody, it's dated, it's mature, but it's one Creed I can tell you is worth the coins. Where people will tell you, oh, Creed has lasting power issues and stuff, you're not going to get that from Queen of Silk. It's almost as if they said, okay, they want loud, we're going to give them loud. We're going to give them loud. Next up is an example of a DNA done right by one house versus the other, although I still wear both. I think you've seen me come here numerous times. This is almost empty. It's just one of those that I can't tell where it is. Okay, this is a fragrance inspired by Devotion, which is this one. Devotion in itself is not too expensive depending on where you buy it. Okay, Victoria needs a lot of time. I could say get Victoria, but I don't know whether it's going to be one that takes longer to macerate and become what it's trying to do than for you to just go for the Afnan one. If you can get the Afnan discounted, then it's a great alternative, almost identical to this. I wouldn't necessarily repurchase this, but I would repurchase that. I find it really super sticky and long lasting and very comforting. Okay, very comforting, although it can be a little bit busy and do a little bit too much, but it's a fragrance that I like. Now next up is a recommendation of a fragrance that was thrown in my Boots purchase. I buy my fragrances sometimes from the UK, US, and from South Africa. I have created a network where I will get a fragrance if I really want it. I will. I don't care where, you know, the fragrance is. I will get it, which is something I always tell you guys about our own brands, where you say, do you ship internationally? You know, when it comes to fragrance shipping, use My US. Use My US. We have My US linked on our Mastodon website, where you can buy either Proud Mary or Numero 2 and get it shipped anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world, guys. All you need to do is when you put the 2 to the cart, because we have a combo deal for 199. This is 89. This is 149. At checkout, use My US. They will deliver some of these fragrances to you internationally. Anyway, we're back to this Mugler Alien Pulp. It was just thrown in there, and I thought, okay, I'm just gonna come here and tell you my thoughts, you know, about it. This is sugary. This is sweet. It does somehow feel as if it's a diluted version of their Angel Nova, which is a sweet, berry forward style of a fragrance. It doesn't feel like it belongs in the Alien line. I just thought to come with this to you here and show you some alternatives that you could try that will not throw you off that much. I do not think when Hadlash did Pink Musk, they were cloning Pulp. Pulp was not there. Pink Musk to me smells a lot like Alien Angel Nova. And this DNA, this Angel Nova DNA, this Juice DNA, okay, is pretty much doing the same thing. What's going to be different here is the sweetness in this. This Pink Musk by Hadlash is super sweet, sticky sweet like Angel Nova. And let me just show you something, okay? Let me just show you something quickly so that you know that when I came with these fragrances, I had actually given them a test run. Okay, so I showed you this Juice Minus. Commodity Milk has Juice Minus, Juice Bold, Juice Plus, Milk Plus, Minus, Expressive, that sort of thing. I don't know why they named their fragrances like that. So this one's going to be the white one, but smells a lot like Angel Nova, just as this one. The difference there is just going to be on the concentration. I guess when they say minus, that's like a lighter take two, meaning it's going to be light in terms of sweetness, perhaps like what Pulp is doing, and then the black one is going to be bolder. But guys, just here to show you some of the alternatives there in case you've been looking at the Minus, and you've been looking at Angel Nova, and you have been looking at the Plus, the Juice and the Pulp, and thinking, what is what? Okay, I would say if you're looking for an Angel Nova smeller, like, get this one. There is another one from Maison Alhambra that I spoke about for years. I'm gonna put it on the side of the screen. The name has gone. It is an Angel Nova smeller, like, but then again, if you see this one and you see this one and you see Pulp, they kind of cut from the same cloth. Now, next up is this, the Show Magnifique, guys, smells very close to Can't Stop Loving You by Killian. I love this fragrance. I bought it in a miniature size because of the orange blossom thingy in it, okay? But it has changed from the day I got it to what it's doing now. It's definitely a fragrance that concentrates with time. It's definitely one of those loud Killian fragrances, okay? This is just about a travel size. One of those loud Killians, okay? But if you want something that's going to be in the same vein, get this. The uncanny similarities here are such that you will thank me later. I'm gonna wrap this video up with one more because this is our part 2. Do we do one more or we do, okay, let's do 2 more because I wasn't counting. For some reason I wasn't, right? If you're looking for a smeller like to Tonka Cola by Mancera, you have Paris Corners Cherry Cola as an alternative, but this is on the lighter side, so don't come for me in terms of strength. This one, being a Mancera, is not as bold as some Manceras that I have tried there, but it still performs better than this. However, if you're looking for a cheapie, you could look at this as an alternative, and I believe this one is dirt cheap. Last for the part 2, and then we continue with part 3 in the next video, is going to be this one, guys. If you're looking for a Grand Soir smell alike, okay, Grand Soir, affordable option to Grand Soir by MFK, then you will be okay with this Fragrance World Soir, okay? It's at the level it's at because it's one of those DNAs that I often forget. It's a embery, woody, resinous DNA, something that I get from Grand Soir, the same thing I was getting from Eternal Oud by Lattafa, but it's not the sort I would say I'm gonna drop a coin, you know, like full price to purchase. I've seen the alternatives pushing very close to what the real thing is doing, to an extent that I just wanted to show you here that if you're looking for something that's in the same vein as this one and you want to save your coins, you could purchase Soir by Fragrance World. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. The name is C Chronicles. Remember to subscribe if you're not yet subscribed, and also turn on post notifications. That way you get to be notified anytime I upload a video. I'll be back with part 3 of some of the alternatives to luxury fragrances that will save you coins. Like and share this video, and remember, guys, that smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.